Hey there, and welcome back to some Battlefield 4. We have Operation Locker here, Conquest, and I'm using the QBB95, which is a really powerful weapon, but it's not doing as well in ADS. It's much better to just basically shoot out of the hit most of the time. And what better map than this map, or Operation Metro, or any kind of close ranged map. I always do really well in maps like that. I don't know, I can't wait for the Dragon's Teeth DLC, which comes out this Tuesday already for us who have premium membership. I'm so stoked because it's supposed to be all urban warfare, and that's what I like best. I have to say, I do like, most of the maps here. I hate Lansing Dam and a couple of other maps maybe, but other than that, I do like the big maps too. But it's just, when you like someone who likes to more like run around than use vehicles, it can be a little bit frustrating to play on the big maps because you just get taken down so much by the vehicles, and there are sometimes so many vehicles, especially when the enemy comes and steals your vehicles out of your spawn, and then you have no vehicles to defend yourself, and you get quickly pushed back into your spawn and you lose all your flags, and those matches can be extremely frustrating. And I'm trying not really to back out of matches. It's very rare that I do that. A lot of times I just try to stick it out, and you know what? A lot of times actually, when you think that everything is lost or all is lost, you're like pleasantly surprised when things turn around, and all of a sudden you end up winning. And this match is the same. This was another match that I liked so much, and that's why I kind of wanted to post it, is because this was a really nicely balanced match. You can see we're not that far apart in points here, 747 to 676. That's not so bad. And I think, like I mentioned so many times before, the best matches I've ever played are the ones that are balanced, meaning that we have equally strong teams and it's just a fight for those last few points, instead of one team completely dominating, the other team completely helpless. And I find those matches kind of boring. It doesn't matter on which side you are. If you're on the good side, yeah, oopsie doozy, you win. But for me, it's like I run behind my team and they take all the kills, and I'm like scrambling to get a kill, and then we just push the other team back into their spawn, and wow, it's so exciting. It's like I feel like there's no really accomplishment behind that, but when your opposite team is extremely strong, it's much more of a challenge, which makes this whole thing much more exciting. It's a nail biter, and I love nail biters, not just in movies. But yeah, anyway, so I've been in a big funk lately with Battlefield, I would say, for the past maybe 2 weeks, and I don't know what happened. Oopsie, I didn't even see that guy. That's too bad. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I was in a funk. I mean, no matter what match I went in, I got into those like completely imbalanced matches. It always threw me in to matches with people that just kind of started to play Battlefield, and they were kind of scared to move forward. And so I tried to kind of turn it around, and I'm not that good myself, but I have a lot of experience playing so long, so I kind of knew the tactics, what to do in order to turn a match around. But when your team has no clue what to do, and you're the only one, and you can't really talk to your team, it's really frustrating. For example, the other day we had a match where the enemy team had spawn beacons. It was on Shanghai. They had spawn beacons in our spawn everywhere on our flags that are our flags right after the spawn. So they had spawn beacons there over and over and over. And my team was probably like, oh, I don't know why they're always taking, our flags, like they're like close to our spawn. I mean, how's this happening? Duh. It's because they have spawn beacons. So I went around, killed those spawn beacons. I was the only one trying to figure out where those spawn beacons are, killing those spawn beacons, so that spawning of the enemy team on our flags was finally to take an end. But I couldn't do this myself. I was just like, I can't keep up with it. I was, you know, getting shot trying to do that, and when I died, tried to respawn, they put another spawn beacon up. So it was an endless fight. It was a hopeless fight basically, and the enemy team completely dominated us. There was just nothing we could do, and that was, for me, it was like, that's where I feel like the fun stops and the frustration starts. And you know, those are the moments where you just want to say, you know, fuck it, I get out, I don't care. But this is not my personality. I was like, I want to help my team. They don't have the experience. They may not know. They may not be aware of the spawn beacons. Let me help them out. Let me see if I can make a difference, and I stick it out. But, you know, at the end, I leave like frustrated, and I'm like, it's supposed to be a game. It's supposed to be fun. This is not sport. I'm not making a living out of this. I'm not even making a living out of YouTube. I'm not even getting any money from YouTube. So why am I doing this? Anyway. But it's just in my nature, you know, you help out people when you feel like they need help. And anyway, so yeah, so much about that. I just wanted to, you know, rant out my frustrations, but I'm sure every one of you has had the same thing, because that's just what Battlefield is, or any games for that matter. So when I was so frustrated, I was just thinking, I probably need a break. I need a break from my relationship with Battlefield, which has been extremely intense. And you know how it is with relationships. When you have a too intense relationship, it's not healthy for you. So you need to give yourself a break. And my break was trying to find out if I can play another game that's completely different from Battlefield. And so I went into the Xbox store to see what's going on, and I found this little game called Outlast, which I've heard of before, but I didn't really pay too much attention to, because I was thinking it's just kind of like some little arcade game that I won't like. But then I was like getting curious again, because I was like, hey, it's only $20, so let me see what this game is all about. So I went and watched the trailer and watched a few gameplays without, you know, getting any spoilers, and I was like, wow, this game is totally different than what I expected. And I love survival horror games. I just love survival horror games. I think the very first survival horror game I've ever played was Silent Hill. And even though it was a third-person game, I just love that game. There's just something about it, you know. I'm not a fan of horror movies. I like thrillers and, you know, horror movies that are somewhat like scary and intense. But I'm not a hacker and slasher person. I don't like that. I don't, you know, I mean, for example, Dexter, I find like gross. I don't understand how anyone can watch that. I mean, that's mentally sane. I just don't even see the reason behind having to watch someone chopping up bodies and stuff. But let me tell you, Outlast, that's a game. I mean, if you like anything like a little bit scary, it's not to the point, you know, where it's, you know, giving you nightmares or anything. Well, maybe it may, some people. But it's just to the point where you play this journalist that goes into this mental hospital to figure out what happened there, what's going on, and you get pulled in, and that's all I'm saying. I don't want to spoil anything if you're still trying to figure out if you want to play this game. I'm just saying, if you like first-person games, and you like challenging games, and you like games that completely immerse you, play this game. I played this game like around midnight every night, and I played on a 120-inch screen, so I was completely immersed. It was night, it was quiet in my house, it was definitely freakish. I was alone, and I was like, I want the best experience. I want to feel that scare. I don't want to play this during the day on a little TV, because it's not going to pull you in the way it's supposed to. Oh my god, I tell you, the sounds in this game, they just make your hair stand up on your neck, and it's just, you know, you feel. I was sweating bullets playing this game, and I even sweat bullets just watching the videos I made from this game. When I actually made live commentaries on a couple of videos, I just posted a couple of videos. I recorded basically the whole game, But I was like, so many other people already have like those walkthroughs, and I was like, I don't want to just do another walkthrough. It's like, what's the point? I mean, there's like a million walkthroughs on YouTube, but I'm just gonna go and do another walkthrough. Why? I'm not any better than those people, and everyone walks through the game basically the same way, because the game has to be played a certain way. You can only walk certain ways to advance. It's not an open world or anything where everyone plays different, so why do another walkthrough? I don't know. Anyway, I thought I'm not going to waste my time or waste my viewers' time, because nobody's going to watch that anyway. And you know, I didn't get a lot of views on the Outlast anyway, because people who follow me are, you know, probably following me because of Battlefield. I don't know. So I have to keep posting Battlefield. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know, you know, if you want me to just post Battlefield, or if you enjoy me posting other games, because I don't just play Battlefield. I'm a huge Battlefield fan, and Battlefield is probably, like, I would say 90% of my time playing games is playing Battlefield. But in between I play single players, and I'm, you know, as you know, look forward to Far Cry and lots of other games that are coming out in fall. But in summer, you know, we don't really have not a lot of games. We have to go back to older games, or we have to play arcade games, or we have to go on Steam and download some stuff. And Steam, oh my god, Steam. Yeah, Steam is getting better now, because, you know, they're adding more stuff for like Mac gamers, which is awesome. But the problem is not really with Steam. The problem is with the game developers. The game developers don't realize that there is a huge amount of Mac gamers, and that Macs are really the future. Macs are coming strong and stronger and stronger, and there's more and more people buying Macs, and more people also wanting to game on their Macs. And Macs are hugely powerful computers that can easily handle the games. So developers finally realize, hey, you know, maybe we should develop for Macs too, because there's some money to be made there. And, you know, I so appreciate that, you know, we have Borderlands 1 and 2, for example, and now finally we have almost all of the Call of Duties we can play on the Mac too. Unfortunately, I'm not really having any interest of playing the Call of Duties again, because I played the heck out of them on the Xbox, so I feel like I don't see why I would have to start all over from scratch playing it on the Mac. It sure would be kind of interesting to see how it plays on a Mac, but I don't know. I rather want to play a game I haven't played yet, or I haven't played much of it yet, and maybe play that on the Mac. So we can only hope, you know, that the future for the Macs is going to be much brighter, and we're going to have a lot of, you know, A titles on there, not just B titles. A lot more A titles. I mean, we already have a lot more. You know, we just got Hitman, for example. We get a lot more titles are being released. The unfortunate is still that the titles are being released like months and months and months and months after they've been released on the console. So most likely I will already have the game on the console, so I won't get it on the Mac. I think if they really want to be more successful, you know, bringing games out on the Mac, they should bring them out like sooner than later. I mean, you know, shortly after the consoles or along with the consoles, so I can make a decision. I can be, hey, do I want this game on the Mac, or do I want this game on the console? And then it's, you know, a fair decision for me. Like some games I may want to play on the Mac, on the console, because I can play it on the big screen and I can have, you know, play it sitting on my recliner. Or do I want to play it on the PC? This is a game I want to play during the day, you know, on my, when I sit in front of my computer with the keyboard and mouse, you know. I don't know, it would just be more of a, you know, a better decision. It would be a 50% chance that I'm going to buy this game on the Mac versus, you know, a 5% chance. So Borderlands was one of those games that I didn't get on the Xbox because I got Borderlands 1 and I got frustrated with it. I couldn't continue for some reason, and I was like, I haven't even finished Borderlands 1 or barely started Borderlands 1. I'm not gonna get Borderlands 2. But then when it came out on the Mac, I was like, you know, this is one of those games I can have now a chance to try again. It's cheap. I got it, I think I got it on sale. I got it like for $15 versus like $60 that it would have cost me on a console, so that was a no-brainer. And I played the heck out of Borderlands 2. I finished it. I played all the DLCs. I loved it. It played so nicely on the Mac. It's crazy. There is no lag. There's no issues. There is nothing. I mean, that game is just still one of my best experiences. And yeah, so, you know, we have CSGO. We have lots of great games on the Mac. But a lot of those games are not as huge as Borderlands, so it's not a surprise that they run well on a Mac. But you know, huge games like Borderlands, when they run well, it's just such a pleasant surprise. It's like, wow, this is so amazing. And you know, I bought a really powerful machine. I basically had it custom built for me, so I could really select the best of the best. And, you know, maybe someday I can play Battlefield on it. Not that I want to play Battlefield 100% on it, but it sure be fun to actually just see how it is playing Battlefield with a keyboard and a mouse for once, and, you know, see how much better I can do. But yeah, this was a really awesome match. I truly enjoyed it, and I love the QBB95 for that matter. So I hope you enjoyed this, and next time we're gonna have the Dragon's Teeth DLC, and I hope I'm gonna have a ton of fun with that. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.